Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Harakak who I worship in spirit and in truth. And double honors to the elders and the apostle Great Millstone for teaching us this truth, and to you faithful Akim throughout the four winds. Continue pushing. Now I'm gonna go do a video, and I'm going to go to a few words in the New Testament. Lord willing, this will be an edifying video. I'm gonna do go into a few words in the New Testament that do not belong in the New Testament. Right? The first is going to be in Acts chapter 12 and verse 4. And it's the word Easter. Right? Acts chapter 12 and verse 4. And the second is going to be in Matthew's chapter 1 and verse, excuse me, hold on, 23, right? Acts chapter 12 and verse 4, the word Easter, and Matthew's chapter 1 and verse 23, the word virgin. So the first one is going to be Acts chapter 12 and verse 4. So let's get right into it. Let's start from verse. Let's just get right into it. Acts chapter 12 and verse 4. Salakia. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Right? Now, come on, man. Excuse me. Let's go into the word Easter. Because these devils, they'll throw words in the Bible. They'll throw words in the Bible that shouldn't even be there. That's what confuses these people. You know, that shit ain't gonna get over with us because we already know what's supposed to be there. We know what words are really supposed to be here. All right, it ain't the word Easter, right? So it's G3957. This the Greek Pascha.
Strong's G3957. Pascha. Pascha.
Right, Pascha. Right? But also the way you say it in Spanish or Portuguese is Pascua. Pascua. Now, when for example, when Easter Sunday comes around, people have this vibration on them to think about Easter eggs and bunny rabbits and shit like that. And it's a strong vibration, especially on our people, because I used to work in a movie theater. Little testimony. I used to work, I got plenty, but I used to work in, I used to work in a movie theater. And on Easter Sunday, I used to work the cash register. And on Easter Sunday, you would see Jake there go to the movie theater with their grandfather or grandmother, mother, father, family, cousins, aunties, and they will wear like pink. They'll have like a pink outfit on with ties and shoes and these funny looking hats, broad rimmed hats around them. And I used to always know, I knew in my spirit there was something wrong about this day. I just couldn't really point it out at the particular time. But now I'm doing it. Now I know what's wrong. This is goes back, the word Easter goes back to Semiramis, or the goddess Ishtar, whatever timeline. The Babylonians, it went back to this Semiramis and Tammuz. That also goes back to, they also go back to the virgin birth. So this all ties in with pagan worship. So, and the vibration, used to see how people, wear these funny looking hats and clothing, and the vibration on them, you could tell they were clearly blind. They didn't know what's going on. They don't know what Easter meant. You know what I'm saying? Easter Sunday. Oh, I'm about to go to the movies. Oh, I'm about to go to a cookout. So right? But the word Easter goes back to the goddess Ishtar, which is a false god, or Semiramis, which predates Ishtar. Now, here it says here, check this out. And I don't know what these Christians are still worshiping, because they read the New Testament, but they don't go into definitions, and they don't, and even if they did, they still celebrate Easter Sunday, knowing it's wrong. Even if they was to read a definition of it, like I'm about to do now, right? But these devils will still worship Easter Sunday, or go with the family to come together with the church, or Sunday church, or it's Easter Sunday, about to go with the, you know, to church and blah, 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 blah. And you know, our people are so into this shit. Madness, man. Folly set in great dignity. But anyway, it says here, the Paschal lamb, the lamb the Israelites were accustomed to slay and eat on the 14th day of the month of Nisan, the first month of their year, right? That's the beginning. Well, Abib, the month Abib, corresponds to the Nisan, which is like March and April, right? But this was dealing with a Passover, and we know that Yahushua was that Passover. When you read Exodus the 12th chapter, he's that sacrificial lamb. It had nothing to do with bunny rabbits, and it has nothing to do with eggs or an Easter egg hunt. It has nothing to do with that. But you have Esau, Edom, or these Edomite, especially these Edomite women, they be giving our children or baskets with eggs and stuff like that, and painting eggs, and having our people go find these eggs and put them in a basket. How do I know that? Because I fell victim to that when I was about, maybe, I know it was during the 80s. The 80s, I was, you know, living, my pops and my mother, we was living in upstate New York. Well, not really upstate New York, but like White Plains County. And these Edomites used to color the eggs, and used to have us go and hunt the eggs, you know, and put them in a basket. And you know, Esau Edom is well into that. You know, I didn't know any better at that time, but now I know. All right, it has nothing to do with that. It goes into the Passover. Now I'm gonna grab Exodus. So that word Easter does not belong in the New Testament. It doesn't belong in Acts chapter 12 and verse 4. Now I'm gonna go into Exodus chapter 12 and verse 11. This Exodus chapter 12 and verse 11. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And he shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. Right, it's speaking about when we leaving Egypt. All right? That's why you got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. It wasn't time to bake, let the cake or the bread rise. It wasn't time to you know, it was time to flee in a hurry, to leave Egypt in a hurry, because the Lord was about to destroy that fucking place. Or, you know, had those Egyptian Hamites pursue us. Right? And it says here, Exodus chapter 12 and verse 11, I'm going to grab the word for Passover. H6453, Pesach. That's how you would pronounce it in the Hebrew. Pesach. Pesach. Okay? Pesach. And you can see the characters, the Assyrian characters, which is this not the ancient Paleo Hebrew, but nonetheless, it's Pesach. Okay? You got the what you call it? The Pa. You got the Sa. And you got the Ka. The Pa, the Sa, and the Ka. Pesach. All right? So it's to really be Passover, festival of the Passover. So the word Easter in Acts chapter 12 and verse 4 does not belong there. And believe you me, there's other words in the New Testament that does not belong there. Like the word, oh, that's another one. There, I could go into that other word religion too. But one thing at a time. Matthew's chapter 1 and verse 23. And I'm going to back it up with another scripture in the Old Testament to show you that this word virgin does not belong here in Matthew chapter 1 and verse 23. So Matthew chapter 1 and verse 23, behold, a virgin shall be with child and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. Now that word for virgin, it'll tell you Parthenos. I'm pretty sure it'll tell you Parthenos, right? It says a virgin, a woman who has never had sexual intercourse with a man, that's off. One's marriageable daughter. Okay, that's cool. All right, one who has never had intercourse with women, that's way off. Right? A woman who has never had sexual intercourse, that's off. Right? Now, the word virgin, when you go to Isaiah chapter 7, and let's read verse 14. And this right here it ties in with Matthew's 1 and 23, which I just read. Isaiah chapter 7 and verse 14. Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Right? A virgin shall conceive. And that word conceive means to take in. What did Mary take in? Seed, sperm from Joseph. So Yahushua came by a physical lineage. That's why you have to go into scriptures and search out these words. You have to go into the genealogy. Nobody was ever born without no genealogy. All right? Everybody comes by a physical birth. Everybody has a father. All right? But anyway, the word virgin, it should tell you Ailama. Right? Let's look at it. All right. I, with the I, of course, the O, but I, but this in the Assyrian. I, the La, Ailama. Okay, Ailama. So, this is absolutely right here. Of marriageable age. All right, a young woman it's to tell you a young woman of marriageable age. So Mary was a young woman of marriageable age. She was just a young woman who Joseph popped. That's simple as that. Ailama. And even when you look, matter of fact, we're gonna go into here, right? Let's search this out. Check this out. Ailma in the Wikipedia. Well, it's really Ailama. From a root implying the vigor of puberty. Okay, of puberty, because when does the woman reach her puberty? When she's 12 years old, and some women even have it younger. All right, but this devil has flipped the world upside down and have you thinking that a woman at the age of 12 is a little girl. No, she's a young woman. Right? She's old enough to be popped or married. Of course, in this kingdom, we're not going to do that. So we have to touch upon that. We got to expound on that. We're not going to pop no 12-year-olds. But in the kingdom, yes. I said it, yes. Right? We're not in the kingdom because what? These people out here in this society don't think like that. They don't know what's going on. They don't know how we dealt in the ancient world. This source comes from Esau Edom, the white man, the same one that, you know, the same one that demonizes us. He's the one that wrote this. We're just reading it. All right? It's a Hebrew word, Ailama. That will be the Hebrew word. It's a Hebrew word for a young woman of childbearing age. Despite its importance to the account of the virgin birth of Jesus, which his name is not Jesus, it's Yahushua. In the Gospel of Matthew, which I just read, Matthew's 1 and 23, scholars agree that it has nothing to do with virginity. It occurs 9 times in the Hebrew Bible. So it has nothing to do with Mary being a virgin, an actual virgin. Was she a virgin at one particular time in her life? Of course. But when Joseph popped her, she was a young woman. All right, Joseph popped her as a young woman. Ilama just means a woman of childbearing age. That's all it means. Don't try to get deep with it. That's it. Leave it alone. That's all it means. Ilama. So the word in Isaiah 7:14 shall read, I'll read it. Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a young woman of marriageable age shall conceive. That's what it should have read. And bear a son and shall call his name Emmanuel. Matthews 1:23. Let's read that. How it should really be read. Behold, a young woman shall be with child and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. That's it. A young woman of marriageable age. So the word Easter does not belong in the New Testament. And this word virgin does not belong here in Matthew's the 23rd verse. Right? So, and Lord willing, I know there's another one I want to get into. I'm not going to do it in this video, but the word worship or religion, excuse me, the word religion does not belong in the New Testament. Right? Maybe that'll be another video, you know, but with that, shalom.